Okay, we have heard from someone who works with things all high above there. Okay, now we are going to hear from someone who works down under.
Australia.
Down under Australia, yes, maybe she has been there. Okay, I'd like to call upon IR Raftah binti Mahfa. Okay, before she comes up, I'd just like to give a brief on her. She holds a degree in Bachelor's of Engineering from UTM. She has a Master's in Science, Civil Engineering from UKM, a corporate member of and professional interviewer of IEM, registered with BEM. She specializes in geotech engineering design, and currently she's the director of SCG Consultants Sendirian Berhad, which involves in planning, design, construction, project management in CNS, infrastructure, geotechnical and railway engineering. So can we have IR Raftah binti Mahfa on the mic, please?
Let me introduce myself. Actually, I graduated from UTM in 1985, and then that time is, I would say 85 is like a very bad time where it really gave me this hearted, because when I graduated in 85 with all the vision to become an engineer, recession comes. So I was at home for 1 year actually. So I'm not really saying that is a 1 year just laying on the bed, no. Trying very hard to get jobs, and then at that time I feel that when I even go for an interview with like 20 years of experienced engineers, you know, to go to the site work, and even to the extent of going for an interview for a position of a technician. So I feel that 85 is very not a really good a year for me. So when it comes to 86, I got my government calling me because I'm JPA scholarship holder. So I was happy that I can become an engineer. Because being an engineer is a passion to me. I was like our first Halida said she was because of the transmission line. Yes, sorry. Okay. But for me, I want to become an engineer after I stationed at one project site, and then I got this senior engineer, a man actually, which bring me around in what he has done is I was at one of the project Ipoh Cangkat Jering construction of the road, and then during one of the raining season, it's very heavy that day. What he has done is he asked me, okay, as a trader, I give you first-hand input of a life and an engineer. So what he do is he asked me to go into a car, and we go around the site actually. And at that time, I was thinking, I don't know whether I can come back alive because I feel that because raining season during construction very slippery. But that's what he was telling me, this is a life of an engineer. I don't know whether he want to discourage me or he want to motivate me, but for me, after that ride, my passion is, that is something, I'm in my 4th year, so I come back, my passion to become an engineer is even greater than before. So I want to have that right. So that's why I'm telling myself, I want to become an engineer. But like I said, there's a few few hurdles in your life which you have to go through. But if you go back to the slide where a decision where you want to be, I decide that I want to become an engineer, a specialist, after looking at certain project site, I would say. So I decide that I do analysis like what is on the slide for myself. So I put myself a target. My target is actually to become an engineer and also to get a professional engineer within 3 years. That is what I put myself a target. But I myself very, I would say, very unlucky in the sense that I graduated in recession time. After working in government bodies, which is not in engineering. So in a year, I decided to just leave and take up my masters in UKM. So by the time I graduate, the recession is almost over, and I got a job in one of the established company in Malaysia, like I would say. There, I was telling myself, I have no time to wait. I have to get, because I have wasted, not to say wasted, but because my target is to get a professional engineer in 3 years after graduation. I really slow. I don't know. Whoever with me at that time, I worked hard to get that 3 years. And being a geotechnical engineer, we do a lot of design. But not easy to get a site position. I mean, so I really work really slow to get a site position for my site experience for my PE. And well, but I still managed to do my PE after 3 years, sit for the exam, and then after 1 year you get a result and get your PE. So for me, that is my intermediate, let's say, intermediate target to get a professional IR. And with that IR, I call myself an engineer. Before getting an IR, I call myself, I don't know, just a working person, because I always put a target. An engineer is a person with IR. So when I got my IR, which I think in this company, doing a lot of design, only then you start thinking whether you go to your next target. My next target will be earning some certain amount of money, isn't it? So then you start, after you start looking around, see whether a better perspective. So I go to another company and then thought of doing something, project management or other than geotechnical engineer, because I feel like being a geotechnical engineer is not enough. So joining another company doing a project management, there I got another unlucky event. We hit a second recession, I think at that time. So at that time, when we go through a recession, I feel that being an engineer with only a technical knowledge is not enough, because I feel that technical knowledge, you will only stay as a designer, and you will be, when you go for an interview, they will only give yourself credit for a designer. That's it, that's all. Then I feel that at that time I'm lacking in other things, which is like communication, courage to be here, you know. Last time, if I were to be here, I can't even speak. So when you go through a recession, you really sit down and talk to yourself, recap what you have done, and see where you want to go. So at that time, I was thinking myself, I want to be a other than a designer. I want to become a better person. I want to communicate. I want to, there's so many things that you want to do. So I have to do it in the hard way. So I start learning, even at that time, recession, go for courses, go for communication, for motivational, go for a lot of things. And the price at that time is very, very expensive. Not like what we are giving here in IEM. So that is my life. I don't want to continue again, so I go back to my slide. So today, I want to talk about innovation. So because our title is growth, I think our first speaker has come to talk about growth. So I want to talk about innovation. What is innovation actually? People have been talking about innovation. So this is what I get Google from the internet. It's actually, innovation is something new. Oh, sorry. Innovation is introduction of something new or doing something in a new way. So that is the definition of innovation. Or it can be a new idea or a new product, a new process, and a new way of doing business also can be called as innovation. So Steve Jobs has given a quote saying that innovation has nothing to do with how many R&D dollars that you have. It's not about money, but it's about people that you have. It's how you live and how much you will get. That is so another definition or a conclusion on innovation is they will say that innovation is in order to be in innovation, you have to continue to survive in a competitive commercial environment. And so in order to do that, we have to be innovative. So this is what the norm now. So in order to be innovated, we must improve our maturity and our wisdom as individual. So this is number 2. And in order to do so, we become more able to tackle the larger problem that we face, even those outside the world. So innovation, this is what definition of innovation, and this is what innovation are from the Google. So as an engineer, are we and as a WE woman engineer, we have to survive in competitive nature, and in order to do that, we have to be innovative. And innovative is very simple. The definition is doing something new and doing something in a new way. So actually, what I'm trying to say here is the innovation is. We have been doing the innovation every day actually. It's just that we don't realize it. And then the minute we have a new ideas, new product or new process, we are in the innovation process. So next, since we have to go to what is the essential value to become innovation leadership. So one, they say integrity. So doing what you say, you do. You will do it. So integrity, everybody knows, is honest, all these things. So which is, I think, everybody knows integrity. What is integrity? So and then the next item is essential value is tenacity, which is persistent. Persistently and doggedly pursuing an option or solution until it succeeds or others to see the brilliance of it. This is more another values that you have to be, you need to have to become innovation leadership. which is persistent. I think most of lady engineers have this characteristic of persistent. Number 3 is courage, which is being brave about pursuing options which is risky, novel or untried. I mean, you have the courage to start something new, which I think as engineer we have to have this courage in our life and also in our design. And sometimes being a designer, you have to trust this courage. I mean, you have to put up a courage to do a proper design with enough factor safety and within the budget the client asks you to do. So, especially as a geotechnical engineer, our design is always a dispute, and because we always come in the first phase of a construction, and people always criticize, saying that your design is too expensive or what, you know. So you must have the courage to put up a design which is, in your opinion, is even it's risky, you take the risk, certain fantasity, you know. And if it is a new design, you have to try to see whether it can be workable or not. Curiosity, so that means being interested in a new way of doing things, unusual approaches or things which is outside of your area of expertise. So, and consciously not knowing the answer and seeking new one instead, consciously learning. So this is a essential value that you have to have inside you, so that you become an innovation leadership. You have the innovation leadership. Number 5, humility. I mean, recognizing the idea that come from other people, a willingness to change your mind and being able to admit mistake when you make them, and being willing to learn from mistake of others and rather than punishing them. So this is another essential value. So actually, what we can see, these 5 values is a normal value, isn't it? You agree with me or not? Do you think? Because at the back there is not responding anything. You agree with me or not? This 5 value is a normal value, which is actually a value of human being. So it's not tough. It's very easy. You just need to have this, nurture it, make sure that with that you can move forward, I will say. So with that, I think I say thank you very much, because I already got a reminder so that we can follow. So I hope a little sharing on my side will give you what is it? Glimpse of what is innovation is, and maybe the next speaker can do. Thank you very much.